Hey guys, today I'm filming the finale for my Project Tin Pan Summer Edition. If you guys did not see the intro or any of my other updates, I'll have my playlist linked up in the cards. I am really happy with all the progress I was able to make during this project, and I'm really excited that the next video you guys are going to see from me is going to be the intro for my fall project pan, and I'm just really looking forward to moving on to some more fall makeup products and trying to work through those. I am also currently doing the Finish 13 by Halloween project pan. I'll have that playlist linked up in the cards in case you are interested in checking that out as well. And then I also have a sample project pan going on. So quite a few different projects, and I'm having a lot of fun working through things in my collection. So I am going to start by showing you guys the progress on everything that I had left since my last update, and then I will give you quick summed up thoughts on all of the items I had in the project. So the first item I have here is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. This took me forever to finish up, so a little bit goes a really long way with this product. It has a really nice thin consistency, but it does an amazing job of filling and blurring your pores, and I think this is a consistency that would work well with everyone's skin type, and I think it works well with all other makeup products and moisturizers. So this is such an amazing product for me. I have a few more minis, and I do actually have a full size as well, so I'm stocked up on this. Highly recommend it. The next item I finished up, I'm actually really sad about. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. If you guys have seen my other updates, you know that this powder does oxidize on me, so I had to mix this in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in Fair to help give me a good shade match. This powder is amazing. I am so glad I put it into this project because I absolutely fell in love with this. This really mattifies my skin. It sets my makeup so flawlessly. I apply it with a damp sponge. It looks amazing. My skin feels amazing. I am so sad that this is used up. I'm trying to use up other powders in my collection, and I'm just not loving the way my makeup looks as well as when I use this. So I'm gonna make myself use up everything else, and then in the November Sephora VIB sale I will repurchase this because unfortunately this line is exclusive to Sephora and I cannot buy it from Ulta, but this is an amazing product. This is something I highly recommend for anybody that has oily skin. It is absolutely going to be a staple of mine, and you really get your money's worth because you get a ton of powder in here. So that is all done, but I'm a little sad about it. And then my last two items were two eyeshadows from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. So the shades I was working on would be Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. As you can see, I did hit pan on Raw Sienna, but I did not hit pan on Burnt Orange, which is a little disappointing. I was using this as a crease color and this as a transition shade, and I used them equally, but I think what made the difference is that I was using more of a firm tapered brush with the Raw Sienna shade, which is what helped me hit pan a little easier, but I really hit pan within the last week and a half or so, so I was really cutting it close. So since I did not actually reach my goal on Burnt Orange, I'm going to be rolling that one over into my fall project pan, and I think it's going to go perfectly with all the other shades I plan on panning. I absolutely love this palette. It's still my favorite palettes of all time, and I love both of these shades so much. Burnt Orange is available as a single. Raw Sienna is not, unfortunately, but I really wish it was, and I really enjoyed using these shades. So now I will quickly run through all of the items that I had previously used up to let you know my thoughts on them. I previously finished up the Boscia Porefecting White Charcoal Mattifying Treatment Primer. This is more of a thicker, slightly glue-like mattifying primer. I think this works better than the Makeup Forever and the Becca Matte primers, but this is a product that is still finicky and doesn't work well with all other moisturizers and primers. I enjoyed using it, but I don't see myself repurchasing this because the formula just isn't the easiest to work with. I used up half of the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Duo in the shade Taupe Ivory. I was just working on the Ivory shade. This is very fair, but it is peachy tones. I was using this as a corrector under my eyes. I really like the formula of this. It gives some good coverage. It was a pretty shade, but this is not something I repurchase. I don't enjoy the contour product, and I don't get enough of the concealer to use this on its own, but I'm happy I have this used up out of my collection. I also finished the travel size of the Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is holy grail to me. It is so amazing for setting my under eyes. I have a couple other powders that I also really love that are a little bit cheaper than this one, so I will probably repurchase this at some point, but for now I want to try other things. But luckily I do have a couple little minis of this that my friend Jean gifted me. The next thing I had finished was the Anastasia eyeshadow in China Rose. This is a single shadow, but I have it here in the Tomato palette. It is basically a dupe for NARS Orgasm, and I like this as a shadow, but I actually panned it using it as a blush, and I'm so happy I chose to do it that way because I was able to work through it quicker. And I do like it as a shadow, as I said, but I do have MAC Expensive Pink, which is really similar. And then for blushes, I have NARS Orgasm, I have the Balm Hot Mama, and I don't need this as a blush. So it was a good product. I love Anastasia eyeshadows, but it isn't something that I would repurchase because I have similar shades in both shadow and blush. Also in the Modern Renaissance palette, I was using this shade Tempura, which is a satin finish cream shade. I use it as my eyeshadow primer. I don't like this shade because it is a satin finish. I wish it was a true matte. And the same color is in Soft Glam in the new Norvina palette. The shade Base is a lighter tone, but it also has that satiny finish that is so annoying to me. I just wish it was matte, so definitely don't love that one, but it was fine to set my primer. For eyeshadow, I used up the ColourPop Super Shock and Get Lucky, which is an ultra metallic finish. This is an amazing, intense, beautiful gold color, and I had told you guys that I was interested in repurchasing Cheap Date over this one to see the difference, and one of you lovely ladies left me a comment that was like, don't do it, Cheap Date is full of glitter, you get so much fallout, and Get Lucky is a better option. So thank you so much, because I have some other golds I want to focus on in my collection first, specifically Urban Decay Half Baked for my Naked 2 palette, but when I want to buy a gold again, I will repurchase this because this is the best gold I've ever tried. I think this is really beautiful for every day. I really love this around the holiday time as well with a more red lip. So you guys know how much I love the ColourPop Super Shocks. I think they're amazing shadows for the lid in the pearlized and ultra metallic finishes. I used up a lip product. This is the MAC Patent Polish Lip Pencil in the shade Go for Girlie. It's a really bright neon peachy pink color, and I love the formula of this. It gives full opacity. It has a glossy shine. It's a little bit thicker, so it hangs around on your lips. Your lips look juicy. It's really comfortable. It does leave a little bit of a stain behind. So I absolutely love this formula. I have 3 other shades that I am in love with, but I no longer enjoy this kind of shade. It's just too bright for me, so I will not repurchase this shade, but I would probably repurchase a few other shades I have in my collection. And the last thing I had used up was a rollerball of the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue perfume. I absolutely love this. It is such a nice light fresh scent, my go-to for spring, and I was very lucky because my sister gifted me her 3.4 ounce bottle, so I'm going to be set on this perfume for quite some time. But I highly recommend you guys check this out if you haven't already. And also, if you're interested in the other perfumes that I have, I did recently film a perfume collection, which I will have linked up in the cards. So guys, that was the finale for my Project 10 Pan Summer Edition. I would love to know if you guys are doing a project pan currently, and please stay tuned for my fall project coming up very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.